What is up, guys? Welcome to the channel. This is Eric the Cosmic Wizard, and this is Cosmic Tarot. This is going to be an Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus reading. So eat the meat, spell the bones, take resonate, and leave the rest behind. But this is, like I said, this is going to be my new setup, and I hope you all appreciate it. I hope you all enjoy it. So Aries, let's see how you all are doing today. Remember, these are timeless readings, so whenever you read this. Whenever you see it, this reading is for you. Ooh, Knight of Cups in reverse. So with the Knight of Cups in reverse, I'm picking up on this love bomber or someone here who could be emotionally immature, someone who comes in hot and heavy, but they can be kind of like easy come, easy go kind of energy, you know, like a Casanova kind of person here. If this is romantic here, but this is someone here who is with the Knight of Cups in reverse. I feel like this is someone who is their shadow side, all right, shadow aspects of this energy, jealousy, envy, things like that could be behind a lot of the motives when it comes to like this message here that they have or they communicated towards you. This is a lover who is manipulative in an emotional setting. It could not necessarily have to be a lover. Three of Cups and the Knight of Swords and the King of Swords in reverse. This could even be a group of people here. King of Swords in reverse. This could be someone who holds a lot of influence, but they could be a little cold or dismissive. And Three of Cups is people talking about it. So this could be possibly even like a work setting, a boss, you know, kind of like laying into you at work and people talking about it. A father figure who is, you know, somehow telling you that, you know, oh, you know, they'll approve of this or that. Like you may have just felt, yeah, High Priestess here in reverse. You you are expanding your intuitive gifts. And this is interesting because I was just talking to someone and I was telling them the same thing here in this reading. Even though I shuffled and they're also in Aries. Makes sense. The Tower here and the Queen of Swords here. Going no contact, cutting people off swiftly, feeling cut off, feeling a lack of communication here from others. You could be expanding. Six of Pentacles here. You have a very giving, a very balanced way. People could say that you're very fair, you're very even. You're someone who gives to the right person and not every person. The Six of Pentacles, if you look at this card, right? She said, bring it in close and then focus. Try and do what you said. Bring it in close and then focus, right? And then what you said. Six of Pentacles here. Y'all see it? Okay, I don't have the patience either. You know, this is equal. It says equal give and take. But equal doesn't mean giving to everyone, right? So what is balanced or what is equitable, I should say equitable, is not giving to everyone because one person receives, one person does not. So someone here, you're choosing who you give and who you do not give your energy to. Damn, I think the longest way to say something so simple, don't I? Yeah, you know what's crazy, guys? Like, Aries, if I could be honest with you guys, which I know I can, I've just been feeling very, I know I keep saying that. I know a lot of it has to do with my back. This Hermit in reverse and the Six of Wands energy. The more you stay in like hiding, or the more they feel like you're hiding from them, or the more people feel like you are like isolating yourself, the more they feel like, you know, you're winning, or they feel like they've won. Like, I don't know, someone's goal was to keep people from getting access to you. The Hermit in the King. Hmm. Funny though, because in reality, the more you focus on yourself, the more you turn inwards, the better your financial stability, the more prosperity, the more abundance, the more just everything magnifies in your life. Like, you don't need to let people. It's giving it's the energy of no longer caring what people have to say about you. The sun here, the sun and the moon here in reverse. Ooh. I was getting this. You are allowing yourself to be happy authentically. Like, you are authentically just letting yourself be happy and living out loud is what the message I was getting earlier. You're living out loud. You're no longer, shrinking yourself like Aries. You guys have that confidence. You have that bold, loud ass, proud ass energy. Like, y'all comment sections, y'all love yourself. Okay. And as you should, like, authentically. And, you could have had people with this Knight of Cups and High Priestess here in reverse. People could have tried to suppress that in you. They could have tried to make you feel small, manipulate your emotions, tell you little things to make you not feel good about yourself, to make you feel like you are not worthy, you are not deserving here, right? People could have breadcrumbed you. What happens is, you may have been the person that was on the receiving end of nothing here. Like, you weren't receiving the receiving end of nothing. You could have been a person here, okay, who was always not receiving. It's not mirrored, so it's like it's hard for me. So, like, you were the person here who was not always receiving, but now you get to be the person in the red. That's the one that's giving out, and the person who wasn't giving to you is now like, you swapped places with the people around you. If people try to make you feel small by isolating you, for example, let's say you grew up in a family where you felt very unseen, um, you know, unprotected. There could have been a narrative that flipped that was, oh, you are the one that's always everyone walks on pins and needles when you're around. Everyone's a little around. In your mind, that's not true. They have flipped the narrative here. But now, there has been a narrative that it's flipped. You are the one that's in control now. Now the people around you really are the ones that are on pins and needles. They don't want to piss you off now, because what they did was they activated someone here who is in their give and take energy here. Like, you this is the whole reverse psychology going backwards. You know what I mean? It's, well, I'm going to ignore you because I want you to chase me, and then you don't chase them. So what did they end up doing? They end up having to chase you. The one thing that they said they weren't going to do, the people who said that they didn't need you, the people who said that you weren't going to do anything, the people who tried to keep you down, like, and it sucks to suck. You know what I mean? But no longer are you going to keep yourself small to make other people feel big, and it's not for you. We're getting off that message. Five of Cups here. Yeah, and you know what? There's been a lot of guilt. You may have been someone who was conditioned to feel guilty for your successes in life. People may have tried to minimize um, the things that you had going for you in order to elevate their suffering. So your successes was always overshadowed by someone else's suffering. Oh, you hear Aries got a new job? Yeah, but did you hear about their brother Sagittarius? Sagittarius lost their house. And it's like everything that you did, it was always like you were made to feel like, oh, well, man, well, now I have a home and my brother or so and so doesn't have theirs. So maybe I should let them stay with me, and I should feel guilty for having a home. And then you find out the reason why so and so doesn't have a home is because so and so is not taking care of their business. knowing that you are going to be in this Six of Pentacles, this giver energy, right? And they can come over and take from you and give you nothing in return. That's what they want. But you hit them with the nope. Sorry, you ain't getting shit this turn. They have to sit and watch. Okay. They have to sit here and watch, right? The way these cards look when I read them is like he is watching them not get anything. Right. So this person has to watch you bless others. Okay, while they get nothing because they wanted to play games with you. Okay. Here's this little fucked up. The mirror is irritating me, but at least the words are up right now. At least you can see them. So here's this cup of pentacles. This cup of pentacles. It's not of cups here. Okay. Sometimes the brain goes faster than the mouth, especially when channel. Okay. But it took too long. His person came right. The Knight of Cups, upside down, this fucked up cup, lopsided love. It took them too long, and they came back with these Two of Pentacles here and these other three cups that they didn't spilt on the way back to you. It took too long. This person took too long to get their shit together. And you then moved on. Your intuition told you that they was playing games. This is somebody who could have been, this could have been a lover that had another person here who they were like keeping from you. With this High Priestess in reverse, you knew something was up, but you just didn't trust your instincts here. You may have been intuitively even guided to leave this connection. And I'm saying these are multiple scenarios. This is someone here who has been through family trauma where their mamas and daddies talked crazy to them. They got a fucked up auntie. They got a fucked up family dynamic. And then, of course, you find lovers who treat you just as shitty because you ain't never had healthy love. You don't know what it's like to really feel like, a lot of us in the spiritual community, we come from very traumatic and, difficult upbringings here. And, that's a very subjective term. What is traumatic? What is trauma? Like, where does trauma and where does like other things, you know what I mean? So it's so hard to even, because someone who's been through a lot of trauma, getting whopped upside your head in the cookie aisle for reaching at the Oreos when you were a kid may not be, traumatic to you. But, if a kid today got whacked upside the head inside the art, it would be the whole TV news crews would be in there and they'd be whooped away because, for whatever reason, they consider that's, and you shouldn't be hitting, you shouldn't obviously hit people, but we grew up in a time where I got popped in the mouth. I got friends and stuff like that, but I don't have kids and I would never do that. But some people, what we call trauma, some of the people be like, hey, shit, we used to get damn near lit on fire. They used to run around with a belt. You know what I'm saying? Not to justify or excuse anyone's behaviors. You gotta be very careful when you say shit on YouTube. Because you just gotta be careful. And I don't want to promote anything or get anyone the impressions that I support or I'm, But this person, they took too long with this Five of Cups, and now they're like, they gotta watch you bless other people in your life. And this Fool here, you're going on to new beginnings here. Yeah, they're gonna have to move on to just a new beginning. You have to, in this Five of Cups, this is also you as well, because in some capacity, you've had to watch people get their blessings while you felt like you stood out and had to wait. You saw other people, damn, like you going into a relationship, and you like, when's my person coming? Where my person at? How come but you just keep moving forward. The Lovers in reverse and the Death card. Yeah, your person, the Lovers and the Death card. This is someone here. Someone sees you as this is a divine connection here that Yeah, it's no longer connected. The connection is not where it needs to be, but the transformation is coming with the death card. There's been an end to dynamic here. And this person knows that they can no longer come towards you, and you do know, you know that too. I think it comes on both ends. As much as this person is trying to protect themselves, you're also trying to protect yourselves from this person by turning them down when they come back. You know, because you already know. This is yeah. I see you. You got the lovers here. You're moving on to bigger and better things here. Okay, you got someone much hotter, much better coming towards you. Okay, so you need to focus on the fact that you got something much better coming towards you. Okay, the Fool here, the lovers here. And honestly, this could be self love. And you know, I always say, you know this by now. If you're new here, then you eat the meat, spit out the bones. If they resonate, leave the rest behind. So if this is not romantic love, then you know it is platonic love, or it is self love, or it is divine union within yourself. It is you coming into your masculine and feminine energies. Ooh, this Knight of Cups energy was being ruled by some demons. They were attached to certain substances, maybe perhaps, or certain toxicities, obsessions. This person was very manipulative. This person was very low vibrational. This was someone who had an intention to keep you trapped, keep you stuck to them, keep you tied to them, keep you always in that energy field, keep you hovering around. This is definitely a repeated cycle of, and this devil energy represents more than one person. Capricorn energy not necessarily has to be a Capricorn, but someone here who is um, this person definitely will go to extreme lengths to get what they want. My ear is ringing. This is a family member. I'm picking up dad, or not like your dad, but maybe like you're a paternal, protective, masculine figure. So if, let's say, maybe your mom was the one who went out and worked, and your dad was the stay-at-home dad, and this is someone who had a masculine. When I mean masculine, it doesn't necessarily mean man. It just means assertive. It means outwardly. It means active, obtaining. Queen of Wands is out, so Six of Swords. Intuitively, you've started to distance yourself from this person. Not only even intuitively, emotionally, subconsciously, you've moved away. Ooh, my ear is. This is definitely. I keep picking up masculine. I don't know if this person is still with you or not, but this is someone who does not want me to say this message. Okay, they are under heavy low vibrational influence with this devil card here. I'm picking up like these people could truly be intentionally fucking with like actual demons, like actual like demonic forces. You have nothing to fear. I just got a text message, the confirmation text. My friend just sent me a song, Techno Tonic, Pump Up the Jam. Oh, this got to mean something, right? Okay, let me stop before I get in trouble playing music. But Pump Up the Jam, Pump It. It's a music parody. Why would she send me that? Oh no, it's not a parody. It's the official music video. Okay, so yeah, don't play that because they would definitely ooh pump up the jam. Maybe like pump up your energy. I need to pump up my energy. I have been feeling very like I need to like pump it up some more. I don't know if that's not probably a good idea. But you know my back hurts. The Four of Cups in reverse and the Chariot in reverse. Yeah, it's been like this stagnant energy around you. You've been feeling like things aren't taking off as fast as you would like, and I think you feeling some kind of way about it. Um, just allow things to happen in the time that they need to. I know that you can be very, be a little impatient. So just allow things to, yeah, you are very impatient right now. Things are going to work out when they need to. The angels are working with you here, but you just need to surrender more. The ones here is stop trying to, uh, you're like frantically flailing your arms around, trying to swim to shore, but you have your floaties on, and the angels are like, just stop and let us carry you up. And you're like, no, I'm gonna, and they're just like lifting you up, and you're just like, they're like, okay, whatever, just keep. If you think that's working, then keep going. But you're on the right path, no matter what you do or don't do. Well, I mean, within reason, of course. You know what I mean? Like, I don't go out and just jump off a cliff, obviously, and act like spirit's gonna grant me wings right now. Tower in reverse. I keep getting this card. You know what that means? That means that it's significant, and I need to do. I want to do a little more. This is a card to me that I like looking this card up because the Tower in reverse, it has so many different meanings to me. But the one I'm getting from here is like, radical acceptance, surrendering from a situation, allowing it to be over, really just coming to grips with the fact that this is done. The Tower reverse appears. You're refusing to change old habit patterns and will suffer. Yeah, that's the Five of Cups. That's literally what's happening. And will suffer continued disruption in the form of unforeseen difficulties until you finally get the message. At a deep level, you're being prepared for the changes that must eventually take place. But you're resisting what your inner self knows already. Hmm. You're being called to a different love here. Okay, with this lovers here in the full, this is Aries all day. And it could be a Gemini. You got to walk away from this connection here, and there's a new love coming towards you here. You got to walk away from it. Right now, you're still stuck in it. It could be very enticing, or it could have been very enticing in some ways. This is a love reading, or it was. This was a past connection here. This was a very layered reading because at the I always start with the family. It's like therapy, right? You gotta start at the root, and the root is at the childhood, and the family is the center of your childhood or your nuclear group, whatever you want to call it. Okay, and I call it the family for most people. Okay, parents, parental figures, caretakers. For all intents and purposes, we call that the family. So those people here, okay, there was attachment styles here that were unhealthy. We have avoidance with the Knight of Cups in reverse and the High Priestess in reverse. This is definitely people who were dismissive, avoidant. It's giving a little, I wouldn't say anxious. You could be very anxious attachment style with the Eight of Wands in reverse. You may be an anxious person because you feel like if you're not getting your results quick enough, or I get this feeling too with my person. Sometimes it's like I feel like I'm never doing enough, or like I'm not good enough, or you could feel like, you know, you're overcoming a lot of like insecurities about self-worth. Okay, you've overcame a lot of that. And so when you find yourself running up against this little bit of friction now, it's like, shit, there's just one little piece of thing I have to sand down. Okay. So you adjust accordingly, but what you're realizing is you can't tolerate that shit in other people. It's one thing for you to be healed. You need your partners to be healed. And if you see traits within your partners that trigger old unhealed parts of you, it's an indication that maybe now is not the best time, or this is an opportunity for you to work on that shit yourself. And I also believe in, you know, oh, your person that is coming in, that is here, maybe your person here is forcing you, and I don't mean like forcing you, like, because you do have a lot of feelings for this individual, right? Like this situation here is going to create a dynamic where you have to address those things, and it's going to be like the either look, I have to get over my trust issues, or I'm gonna run this good guy out of my life. I'm gonna run this good woman out of my life. If I don't get a handle on these things from childhood, I'm going to fuck up this good opportunity right in front of me, and I be damned if I do that. It's the fucking energy that you are in with the lovers here and the full card, because baby, you are about to be in it to win it with someone. Yes, you are. Don't you do that? You may have already been starting that. Okay, stop. This devil, this Knight of Cups in reverse. Yeah, that energy right there. See, okay, now I'm really starting to see this picture for what it is. You have been conditioned to have self-hate. Okay, maybe you don't realize it. Maybe you couldn't verbalize it when you were younger. Maybe you didn't even recognize it. Okay, it was so uh subtle. It was so subconscious with the high priestess here in reverse and the Knight of Cups. It was manipulated through emotional tactics here, through the dark feminine energy here, even though it was a masculine energy who was at the core center of this. Or you could be, they could have been attacking the masculine energy within you. They wanted to make you docile. You could have a very liberated, very free thinking energy about you, like you're someone who has your own mind, your own thoughts, your own way of looking at the world. And if you don't, you know, think how someone wants you to think, they think less of you. You know, this is the kind of energy where like you could have grew up in a household where like you were going to be this religion, you were going to have these beliefs. You, if you wanted to live here, there wasn't no, you know, oh, what do you think? Like you're going to be this political party affiliated person in this house. You know, this is a blank house. This is a this house. This is a whatever denomination of faith you are house. You know, and maybe you didn't always agree with certain things here, and that made you feel from a very young age like an outcast or someone who was not respected, and like it forced you to start to create this. Your inner dialogue is not as bad as it used to be. The Six of Swords is here, but I feel like that is you healing and going and doing the stuff and kind of addressing those subconscious wounds here that are formed in childhood with the whatever. I don't know why the Six of Pentacles was giving me. I was thinking therapy. Some of you all could be maybe thinking about therapy or thinking about some type of exchange with people here where you can help calm some of that anxious energy that you have with this Eight of Wands in reverse. But, you know, you've really come a long way, and you've been someone who has really started to trust yourself more here. The Six of Pentacles is also someone who knows who to give to, who knows who not to give, who knows who not to give to as well. Your discernment. Sometimes you if your default is set to no, you'll always protect yourself. That's what you think, but not always the case. Sometimes we got to take a leap of faith and we got to say yes to something. So don't be afraid to take chances here. This Five of Cups energy, this feeling of guilt and regret, I don't want you to feel you may have been conditioned to feel I'm not special, why should I be happy when there's so much misery in the world? Why should I get to experience joy? Why should I? And it's like, because you are an awesome person, because you do help and you come to people's rescue when they need you, and you've always been reliable. So the universe is like, we're gonna look out for you. Like, don't trip. We got you. King of Cups here. Yeah. They were attacking this King of Cups energy within you. This calm, caring, loving, collective person who had a big heart. People early on saw that within you and they wanted to dismantle it. They wanted to manipulate it. They wanted to control it. They wanted to tame it. They wanted you to be their punching bag, their money mule, their provider, their emotional bank account. You are the emotional ATM for people. People come to you to just deposit all their emotional, woes, and then they want to collect, soak up all your positivity, the shit that you should be pouring into you with. You know what I mean? Like, how many times do you have to sit there and talk someone down the ledge when you were just standing on your fucking self? You know what I mean? And you can't tell people what you're going through. You can't even express how you feel because it's so incomparable in your mind, and emphasis on your mind to what other people are going through. And for, a lot of the people who are into the spiritual shit, a lot of people who are the authentic, I'm going to truly allow myself to feel what I feel. A lot of people don't want to hear that shit. A lot of people don't want to hear how you really, really feel. A lot of people don't really, when we say, how you doing? They want to hear, oh, I'm doing good. Good. That's what they want to hear. So when you hit them with the, I'm just struggling right now, I'm trying to get through the day, they're like, oh, you're supposed to just say, I'm doing okay. So I could say, great, me too. And then I could really get to what I want, which is probably a task. You know what I mean? So you create, people will try to, get you to not want to open up about yourself because that takes away from their shine. You ever, like, what's what I'm looking for? I had a friend one time. He was just sitting there and he was just going on and on about his situation. And I was like, listening for hours. And then I was like, just very briefly wanted to talk about something with me. And then it was, oh, I gotta go to bed soon. I gotta get up in the morning. I was like, I said, oh, okay, I understand. And so, let's just say I don't give a shit about that friend's problems anymore. Because, okay. And that's all I said was, okay. I didn't make a stink about it. I didn't make a big fuss about it. They even caught themselves and was like, oh, no, I should listen more. And it just makes they caught themselves realizing that they don't really care. You know what I mean? Well, you take the time to actually listen to people. This is someone who couldn't reciprocate that to you. So you've dealt with this trillions of times. It feels like, you know what I mean? And you don't even, you're really numb to it, but you're not dealing with it. Yeah, this Four of Cups. Literally, you're not dealing with these. You're just moving past it. You're moving, sailing away from it. And we'll see how that goes. You've really became really good at just, I feel like, just, yeah. People could be envious of you. And here's the thing, because people don't let you talk about things that you go through because for whatever reason you felt as if people don't care what you have going on with you. And because you're not so quick to share what's going on with you, people think that there's nothing wrong with you and they start to feel envious. But they don't know all that you have to go through. They don't know all the things that you've been through. They just see someone who could have a lot of material success, but very naive, very, like, well, why does Aries get to have all the shit? And they haven't even been through anything. And I've been through this. And when I say, it can be like, why does Aries so, I do da. And it's like, if you would actually like talk to me instead of just vent and complain and use me for like your emotional like ATM machine, you would have a better understanding of me. But once again, these are the kind of people, they never came to you to learn from you. They came to you to take from you. They came from you and they weren't even taking what you were offering, which was knowledge, which was healing. They came to take, they wanted to take whatever it is. And they, the Lovers and the Wheel of Fortune here. This person wanted to take your spirit down. They wanted to swap places with you. They wanted to be you. They feel like your life is better than them. They feel like your life is always gonna be better than theirs. So this person doesn't feel bad about talking down to you, talking bad about you. They want you to stay small. And I see you going in this Four of Swords here. You're rebuilding your foundation, your stability, and you need to take a little rest. Give yourself time to truly rest your mind, and also something has been put to rest. The need of approval to explain yourself to others, to explain why you do what you do. You're just you, and that's going to have to be okay. Because the only person that you have to make happy is yourself. Eight of Swords here. What is the illusion here that's being ripped open here? There is something here that you are not wanting to see when it comes to a connection here. The Page of Wands and the Seven of Swords. Someone could have someone wants to come back. This person, this could be family members, could be multiple people. You have family members wanting to reach out to you to, let's see. Yep. People want to come back and wave the white flag, stop fighting. Is this person genuine now? It's given, I'm sorry I got caught. Oh, okay. This King of Swords in reverse kind of. This is someone who wants to come back and just know, because the King of Swords in reverse is telling me that this person still has a cold heart. This is someone who is still like, they're not a loving person. This isn't someone who is coming back because they want love. They want power. They want control. They want to have control over you. And this person doesn't want you to understand and see that this is their manipulation tactics. They want to get in your head and make you think that this is the person from the past. And you're not going to see this behavior in them, but it's not going to fail. It's not going to work. Three of Pentacles and Race. There's going to be no collaboration with this energy here, even though it feels like the Lovers. You got somebody else coming. You got new love. Yeah, ooh, marriage even, perhaps. Some type of union, some type of strong, stable union here being built. And it has to, but the ship from the past has to be cleared out. The Ace of Wands in reverse, yeah, it needs to be released. You got to step back into this Queen of Wands energy where you are completely, ready to surrender and take this leap of faith and have this new prosperous beginning here. This is going to be wealth accumulation as well. And wealth doesn't always mean money. Wealth could be spiritually wealthy, emotionally wealthy, physically healthy. This could be, tangible money as well. I mean, you're going to be comfortable. Spirit doesn't. I always remember, like, Spirit doesn't want you to be broke. Spirit doesn't want you out here struggling, trying to figure out how you're going to pay Paul, Peter, and Rob, Tom, Dick, and Harry. Like, you're going to be protected here. You're not here to be, But also, do you really like? I mean, I don't think you're even having like the Lambo and a fleet of Birkin bags going to make you happy anyway. Come on, man. You're too fucking spiritually intelligent and tapped in to believe that a closet full of furs or diamonds and shit's going to make you happy, because they're all material things, and you have material possessions. You have a nice home. You have nice things already. That's not the wealth that you're looking for. You're looking for, I saw this video earlier. She was like, wealth will come in, and like, because the sense of safety is like tied with money for a lot of people, especially for me. So it's not that I'm looking for money. I want money, 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 money. I want to feel secure and safe. They're like, oh, if my car breaks down, I have money to go get it fixed. If I need to randomly drop this, I can do this. This is going to be paid. I know that all my bills are going to be paid, and this and this. Like, security to you is knowing that you don't have to worry about, having enough money to cover groceries or this or that. It's, and I feel like your life is changing. You're going to find security like no other here. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune, and the Page of Wands. Holy shit. Whoa. You are walking into a very powerful new timeline here with lots of new beginnings here. It starts when you're going undergo this transformation. You're going to inspire a lot of people to live their most authentic life. And that's how you get to this, is by living your most authentic life. It's one thing for me to sit here and tell you, oh, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, you're going to have this, you're going to have that. And okay. How do I do that? Is there like a promo code I need to put in? Like, what is is there a QR code? Like, is there somebody I can meet somebody behind the alley to get to this? Like how do I make sure I pick the prosperous chapter, 2026 mode? Because if it's anything like 2025, rebirth and discovery and growing, I don't want to can we bypass some of that? Broke ass. Oh, broke ass. You could have felt like, you were broke in the past. I know I was, quit my job teaching. I'm sitting here trying to start my YouTube tarot reading and businesses. Ooh, I love this card. The Queen Rising always comes out with you guys. And she's a redhead. And I always associate red with the Aries. So, you are definitely on the come up, but especially with this 10, the wheel here, and 26 adds up to 10. 2026. So that's 10. 10 reduces down to 1. 1 is unity consciousness, 5D. So you have chose to ascend to 5D unity consciousness. So you are, energetically unaligning with people in lower states of consciousness, like physically, like we're all existing here in the third dimension, in the 3D plane, but energetically, you're on a higher vibration. So, like your manifestations, like your life trajectories, the access to different timelines, the access to higher, the dimensional doors are unlocking as we speak here because of your high vibrational energy. You're someone who can energetically accept being a millionaire. You can energetically actually obtaining and keeping it. You can energetically handle being someone who speaks in thousands of people functions. You're not just you're playing in the big boys. You're playing with the big boys. What's that from? The Prince of Egypt. The power of Ra. Newt. Newt. I love that song. You're playing with the big boys. They're playing with ooh. This is also going to be romantic. Yeah. So you are transforming your life. They may have once called you. You may have been down and out. You may have been, once upon a time, not too long ago, I was a broke. You may have been just, I don't know, Mary, but I feel like they could have called you clout hungry while you moved in silence. People could be like, they on the, they just trying to, get attention. You just stay in silence. You don't say nothing. You just let people do their little smear campaigns because the proof is in the pudding, and you can't fake having a good. You can't fake having a good heart. What the hell was that? Okay, that was weird. You can't fake having a good heart. I mean, you can, but not for very long. And you like this came out crazy. You got the Page of Pentacles here, so that's like not new beginning, like the Ace of Wands new beginning, but this is taking that step. Like you're taking the actions, you're taking the steps forward here. The Wheel of Fortune, time is on your side. Things are good. Like you are in your grand queen rising energy. Ace of Swords, communication. Like you have someone here who is being. You may have a secret lover here. Does somebody want to come and talk to you with the sex fix? Secret lover. Ace of Wands definitely could be getting it in. Ooh. Okay, so yeah, this that past person here. This past person want to come back with this toxic, obsessive lover energy. Take it how it resonate. Dangerous, toxic, unhealthy, possessive, karmic. Now, this lover doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic lover. This could also be family and shit too. So just be careful. You got no weirdos hiding out in your bushes. And that's not anything to joke about. I care about you. Marrying for money here. I ain't saying she a gold digger. But she ain't one no. Marrying for money. That's an interesting card. So I feel like marrying for money, I feel like this card could also represent marrying for stability, marrying for security, marrying out of duty here. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles. Maybe oh, someone could get, maybe you gonna marry a person because of it's more beneficial. What is the marrying for money card? Can I get a clarification for this one? Love on the brain. So maybe you love this person too, and you love their money. I don't know. I'm not too worried about that. Marrying for money. Maybe it just represents, you're not just marrying on the fact that it's just puppy love and it's just like it's marrying because of, responsibility as an adult. But hey, like let's get married and like coupling. Like you could be in a relationship because, you know, yes, you love this person, but also like you want someone that you can build a life with, someone that you can share your money with, share your experiences with. Like you're building a legacy, and you want, yes, you still love this person here, but when marrying for money, it's like, I'm married to my money, okay, and I'm marrying for the benefits, and also I'm marrying for the stability, the structure of building a life with someone that I love. That's what I see coming towards you here. Ooh, excuse me. All right, Aries, this has been your reading, your daily reading. As always, I love you guys. And until the next one, drink water, be safe, and peace.